Welcome to Hocify, your one-stop shop for e-commerce solutions. Hey everyone, it's Max. I dove headfirst into the world of dropshipping, pumped about the idea of being my own boss and building a business without the inventory headache. But like many of you, I quickly hit a brick wall. Fierce competition in popular niches, meaning my profit margins were shrinking faster than a balloon on a hot day. It felt like everyone was selling the same phone cases or fitness trackers, and the only way to stand out was by dropping prices, which wasn't exactly a recipe for long-term success. I knew I had to get creative, find a way to rise above the noise, and stop feeling like a tiny fish in a giant, crowded pond. So, I started digging. I spent hours researching, talking to other dropshippers, and most importantly, thinking outside the box. I knew there had to be a way to carve out my own space in the dropshipping world, a way to not only survive, but thrive. And guess what? I cracked the code. I discovered 5 practical steps that completely transformed my dropshipping experience. These weren't just theoretical ideas. These were real-life tactics, strategies I implemented myself that helped me break free from the competition and boost my profit margins. Now, I'm not saying I'm a dropshipping guru or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy who was passionate about building a business but got fed up with the cutthroat competition. But I'm here to tell you, there is a way out, a way to find success even in a crowded market. In the next few chapters, I'll be sharing these 5 steps in detail. We'll talk about finding a niche so specific it makes your head spin, in a good way, building a brand that resonates with your customers, and creating content that makes you the go-to expert in your field. We'll also dive into the power of exceptional customer service and how it can turn one-time buyers into loyal fans. Finally, we'll wrap it all up by talking about the importance of constantly learning and adapting in the ever-evolving world of dropshipping. So, if you're feeling the squeeze from competition, if you're tired of battling over razor-thin margins, then buckle up because you're about to learn how to escape the dropshipping squeeze and build a business that thrives. Let's go. Please note, after the story, if you missed something, please check out the description to access the transcript for more details on our website, hocify.com, and join my newsletter to receive actionable content and e-commerce tips weekly. No spam ever, I promise. Remember the frustration I mentioned? It all stemmed from being stuck in the Me Too trap. Everyone was selling the same generic products, and the only way to grab attention was by slashing prices, which, as you can imagine, wasn't exactly a sustainable strategy. So, I knew I needed to do something different, something bold. I needed to find a niche so specific, so targeted, that it felt almost like carving out my own little island in the vast dropshipping ocean. Here's what I did. 1. Ditch the broad categories. Forget electronics or clothing. These are way too broad, leaving you competing with a million other sellers. Instead, think hyper-specific. For example, instead of selling phone cases, I focused on left-handed dog owners. Now, this might sound crazy, but hear me out. This niche is specific enough to have a passionate, dedicated audience, lefty dog lovers, but it's also small enough that I wouldn't be drowning in competition. 2. Find your why. Why would someone choose you over the countless other dropshippers out there? This is where understanding your niche becomes crucial. In my case, I knew lefty dog owners often struggle to find comfortable and stylish phone cases that accommodate their unique needs. 3. Cater to their preferences. Once you understand your why, tailor your product offerings and brand messaging to resonate with your audience. I offered a variety of phone cases featuring funny dog memes specifically targeted towards left-handedness. This small detail showed my target audience that I understood their struggles and cared about their specific needs. 4. Go beyond the product. Remember, dropshipping is about more than just selling stuff. It's about building a community and connecting with your customers on a deeper level. I created blog posts and social media content that catered to left-handed dog owners, sharing funny stories, training tips, and even product recommendations that went beyond just phone cases. By niching down and going the extra mile to understand and cater to my specific audience, I was able to break free from the competition and establish myself as a trusted resource for left-handed dog owners. This, in turn, led to higher customer satisfaction, repeat business, and ultimately, healthier profit margins. So, the next time you feel lost in a sea of sameness, remember the power of niching down. Find your unique island, cater to its specific needs, and watch your dropshipping business blossom. In the dropshipping world, it's easy to get caught up in the product frenzy. You source products, upload photos, and hope for the best. But let me tell you, that approach is like trying to build a house on sand. It might look okay at first, but it won't withstand the test of time. Here's where building a strong brand comes in. It's about transforming your dropshipping store from a generic storefront into a recognizable and trusted brand that resonates with your target audience. So, how did I do it? Here's the recipe I followed. 1. Craft a compelling story. Every brand needs a story, a narrative that connects with its audience on an emotional level. What are you passionate about? What problem are you solving for your customers? In my case, I wasn't just selling phone cases. I was helping left-handed dog owners express their unique personalities and celebrate the bond they share with their furry companions. This story became the foundation of my brand, shaping everything from my website design to my social media content. 2. Design matters. First impressions are crucial, and your website is your online storefront. I invested time and effort in creating a visually appealing and user-friendly website that reflected my brand story. This meant using high-quality product photos, a consistent color palette, and clear and concise product descriptions. Remember, you're not just selling products, you're selling an experience. 3. The power of words. Don't underestimate the power of compelling and consistent brand messaging. Use language that speaks directly to your target audience, avoiding generic jargon and focusing on the emotions and values associated with your brand story. In my case, I used humor and lightheartedness to connect with my audience, creating a sense of community and belonging for left-handed dog owners. 4. Go beyond the store. Building a brand isn't confined to your website. It extends to every touch point you have with your customers. This includes your social media presence, email marketing, and even the packaging you use for your products. By maintaining a consistent brand voice and visual identity across all platforms, you reinforce your brand story and build trust with your audience. Building a brand takes time and dedication, but the payoff is huge. It allows you to stand out from the competition, command premium prices, and foster customer loyalty, all essential ingredients for a thriving dropshipping business. So, ditch the generic approach and start building a brand that tells a story, connects with your audience, and sets you apart. In the early days, I relied heavily on paid advertising to drive traffic to my store. It worked to an extent, but it also felt like throwing money into a bottomless pit. I knew there had to be a more sustainable and cost-effective way to reach my audience. That's when I stumbled upon the magic of content marketing. This involves creating valuable and informative content that attracts your target audience naturally, building trust, and establishing you as an expert in your niche. Here's how I used content marketing to supercharge my dropshipping business. 1. Know your audience. Before you start creating content, it's crucial to understand your target audience's needs, interests, and pain points. What questions do they have? What challenges do they face? For instance, I knew my audience of left-handed dog owners might be struggling to find comfortable phone grips or unique designs that cater to their specific needs. 2. Content variety is key. Don't just stick to one format. Experiment with blog posts, infographics, video tutorials, even social media stories. The key is to diversify your content to cater to different learning styles and preferences. I created blog posts offering tips on choosing the right phone case for left-handed users, shared funny dog memes relatable to lefties, and even produced short videos showcasing the unique features of my phone cases. 3. Educate. Don't sell. People are bombarded with advertising everywhere they look. Focus on creating informative and engaging content that educates your audience and solves their problems without being overly promotional. For example, I wrote a blog post on the struggles of being a left-handed dog owner, offering tips and solutions that resonated with my audience, subtly highlighting how my phone cases could address some of their challenges. 4. Consistency is key. Building an audience and establishing yourself as an expert takes time and consistent effort. Publish content regularly, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, to stay top of mind with your audience. By consistently delivering valuable content, I position myself as a trusted resource for left-handed dog owners. This not only drove organic traffic to my store, but also helped build trust and brand loyalty, ultimately leading to increased sales and higher customer lifetime value. Remember, content marketing isn't a magic bullet. It takes dedication and a long-term perspective. But by creating valuable content that resonates with your audience, You can attract customers organically, build trust, and establish yourself as a leader in your niche. In the world of online shopping, exceptional customer service can be the difference between a one-time purchase and a lifelong customer. In the early days, I saw a lot of dropshipping stores treat customer service as an afterthought, and I knew I had to do things differently. Here's how I went the extra mile to transform customer service from a chore into a strategic advantage. 1. Be responsive and proactive. Nobody likes waiting for answers. I made it a priority to respond to inquiries promptly and efficiently, whether it was through email, live chat, or social media. I also went the extra mile by proactively reaching out to customers with order updates, tracking information, and even personalized recommendations based on their purchase history. 2. Personalize the experience. A little effort goes a long way. I made a conscious effort to personalize interactions with customers, remembering names, addressing them directly, and going beyond generic responses. For example, if a customer mentioned their dog's name in an email, I'd use it in my reply, creating a sense of connection and showing that I genuinely cared about their experience. 3. Go beyond the basics. Customer service isn't just about resolving issues. It's about exceeding expectations and creating a memorable experience. I included handwritten thank you notes with every order, offered surprise freebies on occasion, and even sent birthday cards to some of my most loyal customers' dogs. These small gestures showed appreciation and built a sense of community, fostering customer loyalty. 4. Embrace feedback. Customer feedback is a goldmine of insights. I actively solicited feedback through surveys, emails, and social media engagement. I not only listened to the feedback but also took it seriously, implementing changes to improve my products, customer service, and overall brand experience. This demonstrated that I valued my customers' opinions and was constantly striving to improve. By treating each customer with care, going the extra mile, and embracing feedback, I transformed customer service from a necessary evil into a competitive advantage. My customers felt valued and appreciated, leading to increased satisfaction, repeat business, and positive word-of-mouth recommendations. Remember, happy customers are your best brand ambassadors. So invest in creating a delightful customer service experience that sets you apart. The dropshipping landscape is constantly evolving, and what works today might not work tomorrow. That's why adaptability is key to long-term success. Here's how I embraced experimentation and continuous learning to stay ahead of the curve. 1. Embrace experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new things and test different approaches. This could involve experimenting with new product offerings, marketing strategies, or even content formats. For example, I started offering a broader range of accessories beyond phone cases, like left-handed dog treats and toys, to cater to the diverse needs of my audience. I also experimented with different advertising platforms to see which ones generated the best results for my specific niche. 2. Learn from your data. Every action you take generates valuable data. Whether it's website traffic, customer feedback, or sales figures, analyze this data regularly to identify trends and make informed decisions. I used website analytics tools to understand which products and content resonated most with my audience. This helped me refine my product offerings and tailor my content strategy for maximum impact. 3. Stay hungry for knowledge. The dropshipping world is constantly evolving, with new trends, technologies, and strategies emerging all the time. It's essential to stay informed and continuously learn new things. I subscribed to industry newsletters, attended online workshops, and even connected with other dropshippers and online communities to share knowledge and learn from their experiences. 4. Be open to change. Sometimes, the most successful adaptations involve making significant changes to your business model or product offerings. While I started with selling phone cases, I eventually expanded my product line to include other dog-related accessories, catering to the broader interests of my audience. This diversification helped me mitigate risk and adapt to changing market demands. By embracing experimentation, learning from data, staying curious, and being open to change, I ensured that my dropshipping business remained agile and adaptable in a dynamic landscape. This allowed me to stay ahead of the competition, capitalize on new opportunities, and ultimately, thrive in the ever-evolving world of dropshipping. Remember, success isn't about finding a magic formula and sticking to it. It's about continuously learning, adapting, and evolving to overcome challenges and embrace new opportunities. So, stay curious, experiment, and keep an open mind. That's the key to unlocking long-term success in your dropshipping business. So, there you have it. My 5-step journey from feeling lost in a sea of sameness to carving out my own successful niche in the dropshipping world. Remember, these aren't just theoretical concepts. These are real-life tactics I implemented myself, and they can work for you too. Here's a quick recap of the key takeaways. 1. Niche down, way down. Don't just sell phone cases or fitness trackers. Find a hyper-specific niche with a passionate audience and cater directly to their unique needs and preferences. 2. Build your brand, not just a store. Your dropshipping store should be more than just a collection of products. Craft a compelling story, design a visually appealing website, and use consistent brand messaging to connect with your audience on an emotional level. 3. Content is king and queen. Ditch the reliance solely on paid ads. Create valuable and informative content that educates your audience, establishes you as an expert, and attracts customers organically. 4. Get personal, offer stellar service. Treat your customers like real people, not just numbers. Respond promptly, personalize interactions, go the extra mile, and embrace feedback to create a memorable and positive customer experience. 5. Experiment and adapt. The dropshipping landscape is constantly changing. Be open to trying new things, learning from data, staying curious, and adapting your approach to stay ahead of the curve and thrive in the long run. Remember, dropshipping success isn't about competing on price. It's about offering a unique and valuable experience that keeps your customers coming back for more. By implementing these steps and staying dedicated, you too can navigate the dropshipping world, overcome challenges, and build a business that thrives. Now, go out there and conquer those margins. And if you have any questions or need further guidance, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help fellow dropshippers on their journeys to success. And please show your support, like and subscribe. Again, if you missed anything during the story, check out the description to access the transcript for more details on our website, Hocify.com, and join my newsletter to receive actionable content and e-commerce tips weekly. No spam ever, I promise. Share your thoughts in the comments to gain deep insights. Let's foster e-commerce skills together.